So maybe it's my old age, but maybe it's a lot of things. But there's the studio A24, really coming up with some fun and crazy looking shit. And typically when I see a trailer from them, I like the looks of it. Like it's the new original film studio kind of thing. And that's also the fun part about it is a lot of the trailers, if not most, if not all, of the trailers from the studio tend to be for completely original productions. So kudos to them. That being said, this is a trailer for a movie called A Different Man.
Hey, man. I know you. What's your name?
Edward?
Do you work for Facebook?
No, but I get this a lot.
Oh, hey, neighbor.
People can be cruel, I imagine.
All unhappiness in life comes from not accepting what is. You know,
All right, so you got your premise right off the bat. This guy, it's kind of funny actually, because you'd think right off the bat it's a movie about a guy with a strange-looking face. So therefore, it's going to be a movie about persecution, not fitting in, buzzwords. But it seems like the guy's living a pretty decent life, right? It's like, yeah, people can be cruel. That's kind of everybody's life. Like, yeah, you got your friends, you got your family, and then you got a couple assholes here and there who make your life a living hell. So having a strange face makes no difference. I kind of like that if that's where they're going with it. There is a flickering light bulb, though, so maybe it's a horror movie, but just bear with me here. This idea of it's, like Elephant Man type film where it's like, oh, it's a movie about this guy struggling with his life because of the way he looks. Only they just lead, it turns out their struggles are no different than any other normal person's struggle, regardless of looks. And so it's this interesting little thing, like it's not because of the way you look. Everybody just has this issue. Everybody deals with bullshit every now and again. And, I guess it would not be the same story if said person had no friends and no family and was a complete outcast. Hunchback of Notre Dame type idea. But in this kind of setting, where again, seems like the guy's, he's got people who are batting for him. So what's the problem? What's the issue? What's the conflict here? I'd like to know.
who told me that? Lady Gaga.
This drug seems to have the potential to actually heal you. The implications are life-changing.
The face is falling off in clumps.
I'm sure it only looks like clumps to you.
Perhaps any potential risk is worth the reward?
A mind-bending dark comedy about identity and the need to be truly seen. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe. I'm probably 100% wrong, but he's gonna get this procedure done, and nothing's gonna change in his life. There's still gonna be bullies. There's still gonna be hardship. Dark comedy though. Yeah, what was that Lady Gaga line about? I didn't catch that.
All unhappiness in life comes from not accepting what is. You know who told me that? Lady Gaga.
Oh, that was the comedy. I get it. See, the flickering light, I was thinking, oh, horror. No, it's just slapstick. Classic slapstick. Yeah. Don't you hate it when you're looking at a ceiling light and it falls on you? If I had a nickel.
Look at this guy! Look at this piece of man candy!
Can I believe my eyes? Edward! Who don't remember me? Oswald.
Hi. That guy's amazing. What do you know about him? Who is he? He's leading a double life.
I'm getting this feeling I've messed things up for you.
You know how we idealize people when we're in love?
So I'm the idolized version of Oswald?
It's kind of brilliant seeing you who looks like you, but you're not yourself.
Let's just all start being honest with ourselves, old friend.
That's interesting. I really like that, actually. It's a bit different than where I was going with it, but still, that's a fun idea. Yeah, again, it's like this guy has a perfectly fine life. Getting the facial change, what's it gonna do for him? What's gonna be different? They're still gonna be assholes. They're still, well, actually, in this case, I guess he kind of loses his loved ones in the process. But yeah, that's kind of a fun idea. And again, A24. Anytime there's a trailer from the studio, it's always just the most interesting, like, brand new concepts, and it's awesome. I'm glad there's some studio out there who's willing to risk it, because that's if I can step on a soapbox here and preach to probably the choir. That's what Hollywood needs, right? There's always these complaints about unoriginality, but the problem is with Hollywood is unoriginality is what's making them money. Like, yeah, they're not breaking the bank, but that it's the safe option, right? So why go for a movie like this when it's just another Avengers movie? Fuck it, just another Inside Out sequel. It's the sure thing. Where this, it's like, who knows how people are going to take it. And so I'm glad there's at least a studio out there that's, letting these ideas come to fruition. With that being said, let's check out the comments. The Winter Soldier, one of the coolest characters in the Marvel universe. That's who that is. I was like, I think I'm on the wrong comment section. No, that's who he turns into, I guess. Also false, not the coolest character in the Marvel universe. The coolest character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, maybe. But, read a comic book. There's some badass characters in those stories. Oh, in case anybody's wondering, I think this is a real person with a real condition who is also in a movie with Scarlett Johansson. I could be wrong. And the replies say, yep, he's a real dude. However, I think he's British, and this is a fictional film. No shit. It's either a face cast of his being used with his permission. I'm not sure, but the dude is real and actually funny. Under the Skin. It's a good movie. His name is Adam Pearson, born 1985 in the UK. He starred alongside Scarlett Johansson in the film Under the Skin. He also was in the film Drib. And yes, that's his real face. Huh. That's crazy. That's the other guy who comes in, right? His Black Swan. Is that the right analogy? Yeah, fuck it. It's either he's a real person. In this film, he shows up as a real person representing the guy going through this transformations, regrets of just not accepting himself for who he is, which is kind of where I'm getting it. Or he's actually real and actually shows up and essentially torments this guy's life because he's the popular one. He's the one everybody loves, and he's just now just a normal schmuck. Reminded me of the Elephant Man, but in a modern setting. Yeah, I mean, someone with a physical deformation? No. Someone with a condition being in a movie. Yeah, it's not much of a stretch. So this isn't a zombie flick? What the fuck? Why would it be a zombie? What? Because in the thumbnail it's a guy with a facial. Why would it be? I'm so confused by this comment. There was a famous story about a young successful guy who destroyed his own face with a carbine while trying to commit suicide. ... I believe you mean unaliving himself. That hurt to say. After getting his ass saved by medical care, well, they couldn't save the face, but they got the ass. He gets some kind of plastic surgery and then fall in love with one of his nurses. ... I still don't get it. ... Oh. Oh, is that supposed to be like, oh, now I don't get this comment because it has nothing to do with anything. My cousin Walter one time jerked off on an airplane. True story. Mall rats. Get cultured, people. Jeez. Yeah, that it looks like a fun movie. A lot of trailers that come out from the studio, again, I'll just say it again, look really cool and should get the attention they deserve. Yeah, so I mean, that being said, I can't be optimistic without a little bit of cynicism or kicking my tripod. So I will say, enjoy it while it lasts, right? Because, maybe down the line, A24 is just going to be any other studio where it's like, oh yeah, we got famous with A Different Man. So stay tuned for A Different Man universe with A Different Man 2 and 3 and that other guy, part 1. And don't forget, what's her face? I don't know where I'm going with this bit. Till next time.